So yeah, this poor Yarnaga smoking down really nicely. Mm. Get a little peppery. Vegetal. Mm. Get a little cottony. I mean, it's been stored at 64% in my Winador, actually, for the last 3 weeks. So, taste a little humidity in there. Yeah. But, great smoke. Really nice, really fresh. Just an enjoyable, pleasant cigar. You know, I would definitely recommend it. Mm. I mean, I've slobbered down on a little bit of this wrapper here. So I'm just going to cut this off. Yep. A good way to get the bitterness out of a cigar by cutting off the slobbery end of it. Yeah, I was thinking I'll tell a story right now, back when I was in my wilder days. So back when I was in my 20s, it was a long time ago, I moved into the dorm and in University of Kentucky. And I started taking these. I wasn't like ready to join the university yet, so I still had to take some community college classes and shit. So in this one community college class, I met this dude named let's just call him Pat. And so he was from Corbin, Kentucky, and he was this bodybuilder dude, steroid freak, and I was like talking about like, oh yeah, my hobby is winter camping, in the show and tell day or whatever in the beginning of class, and that motherfucker perked up his ears and thought like, this dude seems cool. So one night, he called me and I went over to his apartment and we studied together and shit, and I don't know, he was just a fucking crazy motherfucker right there, basically. And before that time I'd been living in Florida, Miami. I've had a lot of experience with crazy ass motherfuckers, so it wasn't no problem for me at all. But that dude was pretty wild, and then I realized like this motherfucker's kind of crazy, but I didn't really give a shit, And like a week later, it was a Saturday night, and I was in my dorm alone, just studying, and I was probably about 22 years old, 23, and the phone starts ringing in my dorm. So I'm like, but it was like, so I picked that fucker up, and it was that dude, and he was like, hey man, what are you doing? And I was like, nothing. And he said, you want to hang out? And I was like, sure man, alright, cool, yeah, let's have some drinks, whatever. Cool, let's chill out, whatever. And so then like, he was like, alright, I'll come pick you up in like 5 minutes. So he came over to the dorm, I met him downstairs, I got in the car, and he was acting all weird. He was acting like some fucking like all tense or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck's up with this dude? And we got to his place, and as soon as we went into his apartment, it was like all his candles all over, like hundreds of candles were burning. And he left those fuckers on to come pick me up. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? This is fucking weird. And we started drinking. And he had all this fucking different alcohols and drinks. So we got fucking drunk. I was drunk as shit. And like in those days, like I was taking Aikido lessons. So I knew how to like defend myself from an attack. And he started like trying to fucking like be aggressive towards me. So I was like, it was in his apartment. And he was like, looking like he was gonna attack me and shit. So I did this move in Aikido where you invite the attack. And he fucking lunged at me and I was like, whoop, 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 whoop. Put his ass on the ground in a second. But I was also fucking drunk as shit. And he dragged me down. He held onto my arm, dragged me down to the ground. He was a bodybuilder. So he got me, he started strangling me. And then I just told him, I said, fucking just go ahead and kill me. I don't give a shit, motherfucker. And then he let go, and he's like, you motherfucker, let's fucking take some roids. So, we started, he had all these fucking steroids, so I started taking these fucking, he was like giving me all these pills and shit, these steroids. And I was just taking them and just like feeling awesome as shit, drinking whiskey, taking steroids. It's a fucking bad idea, I'll tell you that right now, but that's what I was doing. And it was fucking, we ended up getting so pissed and so crazy that we destroyed his apartment. Like, we picked up his coffee table, his heavy oak coffee table, picked it up and threw it out his balcony. And it landed, boom, on the second floor, right down, boom, on top of his fucking car. And I was like, whoa, is that your car, man? And it smashed on his fucking car. And then we just went crazy. We started ripping up his curtains, ripping up every fucking thing, ripping up the carpet, just destroying his whole apartment. Like monkeys. And then we finally calmed down, and then it was like, 6 in the morning, and he's like, let's go to Las Vegas right fucking now. And so I was like, alright, cool, man, let's go. And so he started calling all these airplane flights from Kentucky to fucking Las Vegas, and it was, I don't know, like, we couldn't get a ticket so at that time in the morning. So then I just told him, I was like, man, take me home or take me back to the dorm. So he took me back. I went in, and I just passed out for 6-7 hours, and I woke up and I still had that steroids in my system, so I felt great. I felt so awesome. Like, I was probably about 23, 24 years old, and I felt great. I was just full of confidence. And I was walking through the dorm, and I just made eye contact with these chicks, and I was like, give me your number, And they'd just come up to me and they'd tell me their number. And I memorized 2 numbers from 2 different chicks, and I called them the next day. That's how confident I was. But the funny thing was, who called me that night was that dude. And he said, man, did I fucking pick you up last night? Because my whole apartment is destroyed. And there's vomit everywhere on all my carpet. It stinks so bad, I'm going to have to get the carpet replaced. All my furniture is destroyed. My blinds are ripped. I mean, did you come over last night? And I just told him straight up. I was like, no, I didn't come over there. He ended up having to move out of that apartment because it was so fucking destroyed. But that was one hell of a night right there. You know, I got stories, buku stories like that.